What's good, everybody? I hope you're straight. You're having a good day. So, I'm gonna, just talk about, what happened recently on these, following days, following hours, about the war. Before even this happening already, I put a video way before that this actually happened, like 1 2 days ago. I put a video about Gog and Magog, World War um 3, and I was breaking it down, how the prophecy it will, it will happen, and what it will trigger to actually that prophecy, to you know to work, to actually be fulfilled. So we are already almost there, we are basically almost there, and we just need one or two more, key, you know like 2 or 3 more keys, I'm gonna say just like that, like keys that it will actually trigger that. But on this video, I want to break down now the Iran that attacked all these countries in the Gulf, you know in Middle East, and also they attack uh, Israel. So apparently, what's the word, Iran, they attack all the countries like in Middle East, in the Gulf, like Saudi, Bahrain, Kuwait, um, who else more, Emirates, and I think Oman as well. So they attacked basically the, what's the word, the bases of the US. It was, speaking tactical, it was a good move from Iran, starting to attack the closest ones to them that the US have, you know, bases. That's a smart move, because if, imagine if Iran attacked straight to the United States is just gonna send the troops and the soldiers, the army that they are on those bases closest to Iran. You know, so they attacked it, and they also, you know, damage, more than they should, basically, on specific countries like Emirates, uh, in as well, Saudi, Kuwait. So this is escalating, and people are actually, getting, they worried about it, about all of this. But this was meant to happen. Like I said on my video, my previous video, the Gog and Magog. This is meant to happen. This is written. This is written by these evil entities, and also is written, you know, in the Bible. So they all, this is an agenda. You know, doing. They all doing um what they have to do because it's written. They fulfilling as well a prophecy. They prophesy whatever. You know. So they already planned this, for years, 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 and this was meant to happen. So people need to understand. Oh, is my country gonna pick sides, or what is gonna happen? First thing first, the government, all these governments in all the countries, they all together, they don't care about you. You're just a puppet. You're just a bot for them, because they are so-called the elite. I, they are so-called the elite. So what they do, what they are subscribed to, is to obtain more power, dominate the human beings, the mankind, make you as a slave, you know, and make this as a matrix, that this is a matrix, and praise the figure that they praise, and sacrifice you to give energy and power to the figure that they praise, you know, and summoning entities from the abyss to be out here, bringing extraterrestrial beings as well, you know. So this is what they do. This is what they do in it. So is I'm gonna put here. Let's talk about what actually was the word of the incidents. Like we saw, like let's say in Dubai. You know, so I'm gonna translate this for y'all because this is in Spanish, and a majority of y'all don't know Spanish. So it's saying just basically chaos in Dubai. Russian, tourist, he basically captures the impact of a Iranian missile, and the explosion was was like devastated. Let's say in this way. So Dubai is burning, and and everybody is in panic. So everybody running, you know, to save their ass. And the war, it touched the paradise. So let's see. What's the word? How can I put this big?
Бля, будем здесь, малышка, хуй пойми где, блин.
And a lot of places as well, like a lot of, not just in that specific place, but a lot of places like in Dubai as well, they got affected, and things like that. So let me see, you know what we can find out about this. Because I'm gonna break this down for y'all, but let's read the news. Because I just want to give a brief explanation about what actually happened, and I'm gonna break down for y'all about why is this happening. So updated 15 minutes ago, Iran launches missile and drone attacks on Emiratis, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, and UK bases in Cyprus. So Iran fired hundreds of ballistic missiles and drones targeting Gulf states, including the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Sharjah. But that's not how to say. I'm just gonna say how it is because we don't say Sharjah. That's just the English name. And Bahrain, Crown Plaza, Manama Hotel, Oman, Port of Duqm, and Qatar, as well as missiles toward UK military bases in Cyprus, with most intercepted by defense systems. Incidents caused minor damage to buildings, hotels, airports, ports, and industrial areas, injuring several people, including at least in Dubai and one worker in Oman, but few casualties. The UK Defense Secretary John Healey confirmed the Cyprus launches. UAE officials Reem El Hashimi and Anwar Gorgosh vowed strong defense, and the attacks prompted widespread airspace closures flight suspensions, stranding over 20,000 passengers, and UAE covering their costs. So we getting a picture of what is going on. So they attack the UAE, they attack Bahrain, they attack Oman, they attack Qatar, and UK bases in Cyprus. So now this is escalating, to different, different places. Now is the United Kingdom involved. First and first, they've been involved since the beginning. This is the a building, in I think it's in Dubai. They got hit by a drone, I believe. And look what it's saying. Footage of CIA headquarters in Dubai targeted this morning by Iran. So this is the CIA headquarters in Dubai. They got targeted this morning by Iran, and the UAE is arresting those releasing the footage, but they can hide this. Hold on. So what do you mean that you are arresting people by releasing these footages? This is sus. This is a red flag already. You see, this just came across because I wasn't expecting this video. I didn't want to look for this video. Y'all saw me. I was researching for news of Iran, and we saw this one updated 15 minutes ago, and I just scrolled down 15 minutes ago, and I just scrolled down. Look, you see, in your eyes, I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking the truth. So why are they arresting people? They are releasing these type of footages. This is already something sus is going on. Why do you want to hide this? Why do you want to hide this? What is going on? So now you can tell there's something there's something weird about all of this. And now this is going to bring to my point, even the truth comes by himself. Now this is going to bring to my point, but before I go to my point, let me just finish this. So the UK, the prime minister, he already, what's the word, he already did oh, it's here. Wow, this is crazy, man. What the hell, man? This is crazy. But yeah, I was about to research on this, but yeah, this is crazy. Everything is just pulling. This is meant to be, This video was meant to be. But wait, hold on. Why is this not working? This video was actually meant to be, because I was about just to record on my phone, but I wanted to put some images and break it down. This was actually meant to be. That's crazy. So I was talking about the prime minister. So okay. So he says that British planes are in the sky in the Middle East. Now, wait, hold on. Let me continue. This is not our war. Oh, this is what people talking about. This is what this guy talking about. He just said that British planes are in the sky. Let's just hear a little bit of him, because I don't want to even hear him.
Across our country will be deeply concerned about what this means for security and stability, and for the fate of innocent people across the region, which for so many of us includes friends and family members. So whilst the situation is evolving very quickly, I want to set out our response. The United Kingdom played no role in these crimes, but we have long been clear. The regime in Iran is utterly abhorrent. They have murdered thousands of their own people, brutally crushed dissent, and sought to destabilize.
Right, they killed thousands of their people. Something is going on in Iran. They're doing a revolution. I mean, I'm 50-50 on this. Like, you shouldn't intervene, but at the same time, somebody needs to help and stop that, you know. So I'm 50-50 on that, you know. But helping, it's okay. Not going to a war that is nothing, there's nothing to do with you. And this is the, man, that's crazy. My phone right now, it just, you know, it just gave me a notification about explosions heard in Dubai for the second day as Iran continues retaliatory strikes on Gulf. Crazy. They bombing where? Dubai right now. At the moment that I'm doing this for the second day. So you, why this is the problem of these countries, and this is why I'm going to break it down that all this is fake. This war, all of this is staged, is planned, is an agenda, and is fake. You know why? So if Iran has war against Israel or whatever, let them be. You know what I'm saying? First thing first, let them be. And now if he's striking the US, I don't know why. I don't know why. No, I know why the US is backing up Israel to that level. You know, they're the dogs. You know, they lick their butt to the Israel. You know, people are gonna be saying, "Oh hell no!" Like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, you be stronger than them, whatever. You're not. They rule the world. You know, simple. And and even Kanye West broke it down. Whenever you wanna go to sign a contract or whatever, you know, like important, you know, like music or whatever, there's always a Jew next to it. Why? You know, they everywhere, all the governments, you know, parliaments, there's always some there's always a Jew. This guy is a Jew. I'm not saying he's original Israeli, but he's a Jewish. His wife is a Jewish. You know, there's always somebody on the politics, on the government, that is Jewish on each country. You know, so the U.S., you know, like they like to lick their butts, you know, to the Israel. So they helping Israel, what's the word, against Iran. So Iran like, "Aye, cool. So you join, you're an enemy for us as well." So what happened now? Iran, they attacked Israel. Israel is on fire. I don't know if y'all saw, but Israel is on fire. They're getting heavily heated. People saying, "Oh, the Iran bombs, missiles is from 200 years ago." The Israel is on fire right now. I don't know if y'all saw the clips. It's burning. You know, the security defense, the dome, it didn't work. It didn't work this time again. They on fire. You know, they evacuating. You know, and Iran is like, okay, so if you join Israel, so you are enemy as well for us. I think that's the way. I think everybody will think like this way. You know, I will think this way. If you're helping my enemy, it makes you my enemy. You know, because you know nobody called you to this war. I'm not defending nobody because this is all fake. Nobody called you to this war, you know, and you helping my enemy, the one that I have problem with. So, you know, I'm seeing you as an enemy, you know. So, Iran now, they attacked Israel and they attacked all these, you know, countries that I mentioned before in the Gulf, in Middle East, US, what's the word, bases, and they start attacking as well the countries because they have tension with Arab countries. I don't know if y'all know about this, but you know, Iran, they, you know, is differences. You know, they never liked Arabs. You know, they different. You know, they Persians. You know, it's different. There's a tension. You know, so and they decided to attack. So the only ones that they could actually, you know, reply to Iran attack, it would be Israel, uh, United States, and the Gulf countries. You know, because they are the ones that they got target, you know. But now, why is this guy making official, saying to everybody that the UK is, you know, going to join the war? He said that yesterday. Guess what? A few minutes ago, UK bases were attacked in Cyprus. A few minutes ago. You know, why did you say that UK is gonna participate in this war? Iran, man, they fired back straight away. In today in the morning, they already attacked your bases in Cyprus. So that's a warning. Stay out. And now you know what is gonna happen. UK have to participate. So there's a lot of tension in the United States, in the United Kingdom as well, inside. UK is on a really fucked up situation, tough situation, and I actually, what's the word? Uh, I don't like that situation, and I think the country betrayed, you know, British people, the government, you know, and it hurts me to see what they actually are doing to the citizens, to the British people, and it's disgusting. But we have to understand it's an agenda. The elite, you know, no government wants no wants to care about you, you know. So you should just, you know, completely understand that by now. You know, man, they evil. You know, they satanics. You know, so why would they listen to you, or why would they care about you? All of this, all these wars, fake wars, is just to get rid of you, just to get rid of the population, so they can bring more, you know, agendas. So now the UK is going to war, but the thing is, inside UK, there's a big problem. Inside of the UK, there's a lot of illegal refugees. I that they already got exposed. They used to be soldiers on the, you know, countries. I saw a clip even as well saying that, I think it was the police from here was taking containers to the hotels for them, and a guy I think took the risk and checked it what was inside. I think it was guns. So the government are giving them guns to these illegal migrants. So you can tell that this is an invasion, and this is planned by the government. How do you let illegal migrants first thing first come to your country? I don't get it. It's like, I don't get it. Even there's some of them they can sneak it in. I know, makes sense. But why you don't take straight action? You have, let's say you caught 20,000 illegal migrants in your country. You know what you should do? Deport them straight away. Deport them, or anything. If you see, you know, if they retaliate or whatever, jail for life. Simple. You cannot be, you know, you cannot let shit slide. You need to cut straight away. But these guys, they let them stay. They give them the hotels to illegal migrant, illegal with no documents. You giving him hotel, you giving out houses, you know, and man, money. I'm telling y'all, man, this is all an invasion. You know, this is just an army. Civil war. When the civil war will come, and I believe the sign to trigger the civil war in the UK is when the Iran starts bombing the UK. Y'all see the Iranis people in the UK, they're retaliating. They burning they burned, what's the word, flags of UK, saying fuck UK, because UK went against them, you know. Now imagine when Iran actually bombs the UK, or if the UK actually bombs Iran. We're gonna see a lot of tension already in London, in certain cities where the majority of the population is Iranis. You know, it's gonna escalate. But when actually Iran bombs the UK, that's when we're gonna see these fake illegal asylums, illegal migrants, making their move. That's how I see. That's how I think it will be, because this is it's an agenda. It's fake. It's staged. All of this is planned. You know, is planned. So Israel, all of that is planned. I have here. This is important that I wanted to break down with y'all about. Why this war is staged and fake, and why is Israel moves the way they move. I told y'all, if y'all want to know the truth about the about life, about good and evil, y'all know a bit. But the Jews, they know everything. They know why they do rituals. Why they work by numbers. They can check people's lives and destinies and things of their nature. You know, you know. So this is a Jewish Purim ritual. A planetary alignment is taking place today, followed by a blood red moon on Tuesday, March 2nd, visible to nearly 6 billion people. A restructuring is occurring. Purim is Jewish holiday celebrating saving ancient Persian, Iranian Jews from a genocide plot, as told in the Book of Esther. Okay, so now let's see, because they they work by numbers, and the number that they work is the number 11, the 47th. And I wanted to bring the I wanted to break down that. I wanted to have evidences on that, how to a table, a graphic on that, to expose and break that down for y'all, so y'all could understand why these attacks happens on these specific days, specific hours, with the specific people that they was elected on the specific time, like Donald Trump, the 47th, 4 plus 7 11, the attack on the day, on the date, the you and you it gives you 11 things of that nature. you know so the first Purim, as we can see, the second, and the third, on the 3rd of March of 2026. So in 2 days. In 2 days. So what we gonna see in 2 days? What is this? They not even hiding it anymore. Timing of US Israel attack on Iran bears symbolic meaning in Judaism. There you go. The timing of the US and Israeli attack on Iran bears symbolic meaning in Judaism. Ahead of the upcoming Jewish holiday of Purim, worshippers read the specific portion from the Old Testament known as Zakor or Zashor. I don't know how to say that, because that definitely you say in their language. The passage from the book of Deuteronomy commands the ancient Israelites to remember an unprovoked attack by the nation of Amalek, and to eradicate the memory of Amalek once the Israelites are settled in their land. The passage is read publicly before Purim to fulfill the mitzvah of remembering Amalek as Israel's archetypical enemy. Let me see the comments to see if people actually add about this. The 91 Gulf War ended on February 28th of 91, which directly coincided with the Jewish holiday of Purim. There you go. You see? People know about People are waking up. People do their research. They're starting to question themselves, like, what the hell is going on? It's too much coincidence that this all happens in these type of days, that is actually religious, or whatever, that is days that is like you do rituals. Is days that the spirituality, the spiritual world is strong, and they do all of these massacres and all these fake wars, basically. What's the word? To give that sacrifice, the ritual, the energy, to the devil, to Satan. That's what they do. You know. That's what they do. All of this, is for Satan. The UK government is considering raising the terror attack threat level amid fears of Iranian retaliation in the UK. So they have imported millions of people who hate us, and now they're scared. They are going to lash out. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, the UK is really in a bad situation. But I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, because the reasons of all of this bullshit that is happening on the world is because of the UK. It's because of the UK, Israel, and the USA. And you know, it's not because of the people. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the people, I'm saying the leaders. They are satanics. They brought this agenda since the 1950s, and even way before that. It's because of them. They are the reason of all this evil on the world. It's them. The rest is just puppets. All this, the rest is just puppets. you know and yeah, I think there's nothing more to, what's the word, about news to break it down, to bring it. But yeah, alright, cool. Let me just wrap it the video, and give y'all the point of view about this. So y'all know these wars is fake, is stage. Oh, you're gonna be like, oh, but how is fake if people dying? That's the point. They stage this for people to die. That's what they want. Sacrifices on the specific days that the spiritual world is so strong, is a ritual. Is a ritual. They basically giving y'all souls. They're giving these people's souls to the devil. You know, man. I told y'all. I don't know. I told y'all, man. Jewish. If you wanna know about the truth, Jewish no, but they praise the devil. That's what it is. Jewish, they on that side. There's different Jewish, like they accept Jesus, and they not brainwashed. But the Zionists and all of that, they are evil, you know. And just to wrap this up, the prophecy is gonna happen. You see all this, this war that now is happening. I released a video, Gog and Magog, the breaking down, the Gog and Magog and the Third World War. One day before this actually starting, before of these bombings. That's crazy, you know. You just need to think like, hold on, he actually speaking, You cannot, and you cannot judge a book without reading. You cannot judge a book without reading. You need to listen to me. Listen what I say and think by yourself, and and be like, hold on, he actually, he got vision on this. He actually knows what he's talking about. Because there's a lot of people that I see, they starting, to participate and interact more now in politics, and things of this nature. I don't know, because they starting to gain old, or but they don't have no, what's the word, they don't have no knowledge about this. They don't have no knowledge about this. This is is too much, is deeper. You know, they probably, you know, and they just checking the, you know, the news all the time and all of that. Man, the news are fake. You know, first thing first, that's how I know that y'all not in this, y'all don't know about the truth, because the news are fake. You're not gonna watch the news. It's manipulated, it's staged, it's fake. It's fake. This is the matrix. All of this is a simulation, you know. So it's fake. And how this, you know, is happening, you know, is, it was meant to happen. Already told y'all that, you know, the evil have to let you know what they are doing. You know, it's part of the law of the universe. That's how it is, you know. They gonna do you dirty, but they're gonna let you know we here and we're gonna do you this, this, and this. You know, you have to know. You know, or it wouldn't be a balance between, you know, good and evil. You know, they would take over if we didn't have the balance. And yeah, I'm gonna put the link about Gog and Magog, the video, and I'm talking about the war and how that war Gog and Magog is actually gonna trigger. Is missing some pieces, you know. It's missing at least one, you know, at least one, you know, and that one, he wanted all the smoke with Israel as well. So if that one joins, end of the world, we already there. So um yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. You know, about this war is fake, it's stage, you know, and it was meant to be. They're planning, all these leaders, they all together, they do meetings, you know, they sit on the table with, you know, all, you know, and they talk about, well, what we're gonna do next, what kind of, you know, what kind of agenda we're gonna, you know, uh put now, you know, gonna, you know, force now, you know, like coronavirus, all of that, all fake, all staged just to kill population, things of that nature. They bring in the Antichrist. I believe is the AI, because that shit is too tough. AI is too dangerous, and I believe that's the Antichrist. AI can deceive people, for real, for real. Y'all don't see how real that shit looks like. I don't even know if the video is real or fake. I don't even know. It's so real and perfect to a point. I'd be like, what the fuck? I have to scroll down the comments, you know, before I believe the any video. I have to scroll down the comments. There's so the AI, man, can do so much, man. We don't even know what we, you know, what we are reading or whatever. It could be, you know, fake news or whatever. AI, man. I think the AI is the Antichrist. To be honest, it's so advanced and knowledgeable, and you can do a lot with that. You know, if fit the term of Antichrist, you know, if fit the term. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you know, about this, you know, the video about the war. Y'all stay in tune. We're gonna see more news for sure. We're gonna see more news. We're gonna see this escalating even more, you know. Well, one more. Y'all pay attention to the moon on the 3rd of, you know, of March, in 2 days, and let's see what news is gonna come out on that day, or, you know, the day after, you know. But yeah, folks, that's pretty much it, man. Peace. We out.